Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Dominator here, and it has finally happened. I am doing my first ever shiny hunt in Pokemon Legends Arceus, or ARCEUS, depending on who you ask. Originally, my only planned shiny hunt was to shiny hunt for Rowlet at the beginning of the game, but Game Freak had other plans, and they unfortunately shiny locked the starters at the beginning. Now, before you comment, I know that you can get the shiny starters in the space-time distortion rifts, but it's just not the same. It'd be so much cooler to start with the shiny in your playthrough and have it on your team the whole time. So I'm a bit disappointed about that. I was really hoping there'd be a good way to reset for a shiny Rowlet, other than in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon or in Sun and Moon, because those games aren't the greatest for the resets for the starters because they take a while, but you know, Game Freak had to shiny lock the beginning starters. But I have finally decided what I want to go for. We're going to be going for shiny Hisuian Voltorb. Now, I chose Hisuian Voltorb because I actually really like Hisuian Voltorb. I think he's a little goofy. I'm probably going to evolve it into a Hisuian Electrode for my team, so it'll probably be that. And I figured if I'm going for a Kanto Shiny Living Dex and I want to do all the alternate forms and gender differences, I might as well go for Hisuian Voltorb and Hisuian Growlithe at some point. So I figure this would be a great start for shiny hunting in Legends Arceus. I am going to be attempting to do this full odds, which, if you don't know, it's pretty difficult to full odds hunt in these games. Mainly, the main reason is because if you look at your Pokédex, if I knew how to work this game, anytime you have a Pokemon registered in your Pokédex, as you can see, Decidueye, obviously I'm not going to be encountering like Decidueyes left and right, but if you have a research level 10 and that little Pokeball icon by a Pokemon in your dex, that means you get a 1 in 2048 shiny chance, and it's really hard to full odds hunt because as soon as you start catching some Pokemon, you increase the shiny odds. And yeah, I think shiny hunting in this game is a little weird. Honestly, I don't mind the boosted odds for the shinies because they don't get like super broken. I think it maxes out at a 1 in 1024 chance. And that's if you complete every task in the page for the specific Pokemon. So if I catch, say on Ghastly, if I catch 25 Ghastly and then catch 20 of them at night, defeat 25 of them, defeat 20 of them with ghost type moves, have it use Astonish 25 times, scare it with a Scatterbang, and then evolve them. If I do all of those, then it will make it a 1 in 1024 chance, only for Ghastly. So I think that's pretty balanced. The only issue I have with it is that I kind of miss the ability to choose whether or not you want to go for shinies full odds or boosted odds. There's a lot of people that love to full odds shiny hunt. I personally am fine with methods. I just sometimes I really want a full odds hunt, and I figured in this game, since it's so hard to full odds hunt, that it'd be cool to do the first one as a full odds hunt, because I might not get that opportunity another time. So we're going to be trying to full odds hunt this Hisuian Voltorb. And obviously, the main way to do that, if I could open my decks, I think I have Hisuian Voltorb in here somewhere. It might be at the very bottom. Okay, it's right here. So I actually have a research level 0. If you don't catch any of a Pokemon, you will always have a research level 0. You can only increase your research level if you start catching them. So the way this works is I have to not catch them, essentially. But it's a little more complicated than that because of the way spawning works in Legends Arceus. It's not like Let's Go. It's not like Sword and Shield, where when you go too far away from them, they'll despawn and then respawn new ones. It's a tad bit different than that. We're basically going to want to go over here because this is where I'll show you on the map where I'm at. I'm in the Coronet Highlands, and we fly over to Moonview area. This is where you fight Hisuian Electrode as one of the Lords of the Wild, or whatever they're called. I forget what they're called. And the only other place you can go is this mountain camp to rest. So, at least as far as I know. So, essentially, a good way would be to just, like, hop on a Weirdeer and go over here. Obviously, we have a Hisuian Voltorb right here. And I think we get a max of 3. I think there's more further on, but this is, like, the easiest cluster of 3 Hisuian Voltorbs. So, obviously, we're going to try to avoid this Luxio. We're not going to avoid the Luxio, apparently. So, obviously, we get 3 checks. These are all full odds. But I can't just run away from them and then, like, refresh and do it again. They will be the same Hisuian Voltorbs all the time. So, what I have to do is actually either get them to run away or defeat them. I cannot catch them because catching them would increase my shiny odds at some point. And I believe this will one-shot them. Now, the issue I'm facing right now is that my research level is only high enough to have level 50 or lower Pokemon obey me. So even though my Decidueye is my starter, there's a good chance that it might not obey me. So I might have to play a little bit more until I can get level 60 or lower, because I'm going to be KOing a lot of these. My Pokemon are going to be leveling up. It's just going to be a hard time. So it is quite difficult to shiny hunt full odds in this game. So as you can see, we are KOing all these Voltorbs. We're going to KO this last one over here. Alright, so we KO'd the Voltorb. We don't really care about KOing this Luxio, so we're just going to run. So now there's no more Voltorbs here. So what we do to refresh them is fly back to the mountain camp. And to get the Pokemon to respawn 100% of the time after you KO them, you simply rest at a camp, which is really good because we're KOing them, we're taking damage, we're going to be healing up every time between. So now what we do is, since there are Voltorbs that spawn right by a Moonview area and we can fly there, we can come back and there should be 3 more Voltorbs here. And there's Alexa. Then there's another Voltorb. So we basically just do this until one of the Voltorbs is shiny. And that's pretty much all there is to that. Before we begin actually doing the shiny hunt though, make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. We're actually getting really close to 7,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for all the support so far. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you once we get a shiny Hisuian Voltorb. Alright guys, there's actually been an update on the hunt. I found a faster way to do this. Now, the original method, as I explained in the video, was we go over to all 3 Voltorbs, we KO them, we don't catch them because if we catch them, they will become boosted odds. We KO them, and then we go to the camp, rest in the camp until a certain time, and then we come back and they respawn and we can KO them again, and so on and so forth. I have found out, however, though, that it's faster to not KO them and to simply check them and then just go back and forth from Jubilife. So what happens is when you go to Jubilife, it completely refreshes like all spawns. So what we can do is we can check these 3. We saw the 3. We fly back to the camp. We add the 3. We talk to Professor Laventon. Go back to the village. Wait for a little bit of a loading screen. And then just head right back out. And then fly back to Moonview Arena. And then we can just check the Voltorbs again. And they should be different Voltorbs. I've checked this. Tested this multiple times. It does in fact refresh the spawns. Sometimes we get different level Voltorbs, sometimes we get alpha Voltorbs, and all of the Pokemon pretty much change here. Now, it's significantly faster. I did some tests. We're going to add these 3. I did some tests. If we were doing the KO method and resting in a tent, the plus to that is that we are guaranteed to get shiny Voltorb as opposed to something else. It's just a lot slower. The plus to this method is that it's a lot faster, but the downside is that everything gets refreshed, so there's a pretty solid shot we phase with like a shiny Luxio, especially because shiny Luxio is not full odds for me. It's 1 in 2048 because I have a research level 10 for Luxio, and so on and so forth. Like all the other Pokemon can be shiny every time. They're not going to stay put while the Voltorbs respawn. So that's the downside. However, I tested this. I did 2 sets of the tent KO tent method and 2 sets of just going back and forth to Jubilife. So when I did the KO tent method, I would start at Moonview Arena right here. I would then check the Voltorbs, and then I would go back and I would do 2 cycles of that until I got back to Moonview Arena. And that took me about 2 minutes and 28 seconds. If I started here, checked the 3 Voltorbs without KOing them, go back and forth to Jubilife, come back here, do it again, did that twice. Same number of times, same number of encounters. It took me about 1 minute and 33 seconds. So we're shaving off like a minute for every 6 encounters, which is kind of a big deal. It's almost like twice as fast hunting it this way. So obviously this would change depending on what you're going for. I have the convenience of having an area that I can fly to that's right by where I'm hunting. So there's that plus. But we're switching it up and doing it this method. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot faster. The only downside is that we could phase with something now. But we're going to keep going, and we're going to see if we get a shiny Voltorb. We're already 1,000 in, so, you know, hopefully soon. I still have yet to see a shiny in this game, actually. As I'm hunting for shiny Voltorb, I kind of just want to give my thoughts on this game, because why not? I think this game is really fun. It's a really interesting Pokemon game. The only thing, like, there's a few issues I have with it, not graphics related, because honestly, like, my only biggest issue with the graphics is that I feel like the world itself needs a little more detail in it, like, just more grass, more trees, more stuff like that. Like, it's just more of that. But in terms of, like, actual graphics, I don't think they're that bad. I think people just overreact to stuff like that, and I mean, it's a Pokemon game. You don't really play it for the top-end graphics, in my opinion. But other than that, in terms of gameplay, I really enjoy going around trying to find different Pokemon and, like, sneaking up on them and catching them. But I do wish there were more trainer battles. Like, I understand this is when trainers didn't really exist, so that kind of makes sense, but I just... There's only a handful of trainer battles, and when you do battle a trainer, they only have, like, I think the max Pokemon I've seen so far is 3. So it's like, I mean, you get most of your experience from catching Pokemon, but it would be more fun to get more trainer battles in. In terms of shiny hunting in this game, there's only a few issues I have. I, for one, think this thing I'm doing, we're like having to refresh the spawns. I think it's a really unique way to shiny hunt, and I really enjoy it. But 2 big issues I have, and one of them's more of a minor issue. I really don't like the whole outbreak method. I think it's really, like, I don't know why they decided to make it, like, stupidly high shiny odds. For those who are wondering, the base odds for a shiny in an outbreak is 1 in 150. It's like 1 in 158, 1 in 151, something like that. It's 1 in 150, though. And you can reset for the shinies in the outbreaks. You can save, like, right before you enter the outbreak, and you just keep getting more chances at the same Pokemon. And I just think that's, like, really broken, and it really takes the excitement out of finding shinies for me. So, I mean, for me personally, I just will not do outbreaks. You just probably won't see me doing many outbreak methods on my channel. You know, it's not a big deal. I can just avoid them. My issue with them mainly is that, like, they didn't need to raise the odds, like, at all for them. And it would have been a really fun shiny hunting method still, just because of the sheer number of Pokemon you're encountering. It would have been similar to, like, horde hunting, like, full odds Pokeradar, getting a bunch of, like, shiny patches and stuff. It would have been a very similar concept, or, like, double encounters in, like, the dark grass in black, white, black 2, white 2, you know, stuff like that. It would have been very similar to that, because you can just see a bunch of Pokemon at once, and, you know, they're not super high shiny odds, but they decided to change that, which, if you enjoy the really high shiny odds, that's good for you. I personally don't, but I mean, that's just one of my big issues with it. The other issue I have is filling out the Pokedex raises your shiny odds, which, don't get me wrong, I don't think those odds are broken or anything. Like, I think it maxes without Shiny Charm. If you complete every challenge on a page in the Dex, the highest Shiny odds you get is a 1 in 1024 chance for a Shiny, which, I mean, a bit much, but, like, it's very similar to just having the Shiny Charm. So, you know, it makes sense. I mean, once you factor in the Shiny Charm, it gets a bit ridiculous, but, you know, you don't have to grab the Shiny Charm. I think the Shiny Charm is pretty hard to get in this game. But anyway, like, it's not, like, the craziest odds, so it's not that big of a deal, but the issue I have with it is that they don't give you a choice, and that's the big issue I have with that. Again, I don't think the odds with the decks are broken. I just wish we had more of a choice. Like, you look at me right now, and I am purposely avoiding Voltorbs until I get a shiny one, just so I can say I can have a full odds shiny Voltorb. In other games, that wasn't, like, I didn't have to, like, try to do that. Like, I didn't have to go out of my way to try to make sure I could get a full odds shiny in a game. But I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I don't mind the odds, but there are a lot of people who probably do mind the odds and would prefer to full odds hunt in this game. I just wish we had a choice. I wish that you could complete the game without getting boosted shiny odds. Maybe if there was, like, a little select option to turn on the boosted shiny odds for a specific Pokemon, that would be a little better, but I don't know. It's just, I just don't like the fact that we don't have a choice in it, and that's kind of the issue for me. So it's like, if I really want a full odds hunt, I have to kind of go out of my way to do it, and it's really annoying. Plus, I'm pretty sure it is impossible to progress in this game without boosting the shiny odds of Pokemon, which I think is very strange. I don't really agree with that, but I mean, that's more of a minor thing because I don't really mind the odds. I just don't like that we don't get a choice with it anymore. So yeah, there's my thoughts. If you guys like want more shiny hunts like this where I just kind of like give my thoughts on stuff, I mean, let me know in the comments. But I figured, who knows, maybe we could get a quick session of me just like doing the method that I'm doing while talking about my thoughts on just shiny hunting in general, or the method I'm doing. I do enjoy doing this. This is actually pretty cool. I just, you know, wish I didn't have to like try super hard to make sure these things are full odds. Also, if I'm like totally wrong and there is in fact a way to like play through the entire game without boosting your shiny odds of any Pokemon, let me know. As far as I know, the research levels, like, they don't go up when you KO them, but I don't think you get any progress towards your rank until you start like catching Pokemon and turning them in, basically. So I don't know. Let me know if it is possible. That could be like an insane challenge, because I know you can get some research points by like having Pokemon jump out of rocks or trees. I think KOing them might do some, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. It would be interesting to have like a separate profile to like try to go for only full odd shinies, but I think you'd be pretty limited because I just don't think you can progress pretty far without like boosting your shiny odds of certain things. So I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong in that, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'm just going to keep going with the shiny hunt. Hopefully we get a shiny soon because, you know, I'm actually, you know, I'm a quarter of the odds, but I haven't seen a single shiny throughout my entire playthrough so far, and I'm getting pretty close to the end of the main story, it seems, so. Uh-oh. How could you not get perfect? Oh! Oh, I just got a shiny! Dude! Oh. We're saving. I don't care. I finally got it. That was the second check of this run. 4,659. Now, here's the thing. 4,659. As a full odds hunt, that isn't that bad. Like, let's be real. That's only a little over odds. The issue with this, though, is that I was doing the method where you go back to Jubilife every time, which re-rolls every spawn, meaning that I was only including the Voltorbs, and I actually counted them up. There's every run, unless I was going to smash the far box, every run I would see the same number of non-Voltorbs as Voltorbs. So I would see 4 regular Pokemon. So by default, you take this number and multiply it by 2, and that's how many encounters I've seen just this hunt. But there was also more in the fact that sometimes I would open up some boxes and get some Rotoms. Sometimes I would go to the other box and it would load in all of the Luxios and Luxrays. So even more than that. And on top of that, Luxio is a 1 in 2048 shiny chance. And even on top of that, this isn't including any Pokemon I have seen until I started this hunt. So I'm already willing to bet that this was well over 10,000, not even factoring in the fact that like a quarter of the Pokemon I see are half odds, but this has to be one of the unluckiest hunts I have ever gotten in this game, or just in general. Obviously it's in this game, but look, we got a shiny Voltorb. Oh man. Oh, I don't want to focus on it. Hold on. I want to do the first person mode so we can get a cool picture for the thumbnail. Yo, what's up, my dude? Now, if I'm not mistaken, they don't get angry at you until you start battling a different Pokemon. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Look at that. Hey. What are you doing? How do I get a screen? I gotta try to get a screenshot. He's jumping around. All right, let's just catch this thing. Now, I could do the whole, like, battle it and whatnot, but I don't really want to do that. We're just going to easily catch this. We're not messing around here. We're going to chuck... do they like mushroom cakes? I've been getting a lot of mushroom cakes. We're just going to hit this thing on the back. He's kind of glitching out. Look at him. Do you like crunchy salt? This is so goofy, man. He likes crunchy salt. This should get caught. And we got shiny Voltorb, man. That's so goofy. Oh, look how happy my guy is. Oh, man. We finally got a shiny Voltorb. I don't think... It's not in my party, is it? Of course it's not going to be. We're going to save again. What an interesting way to shiny hunt, man. Also, I had to catch this thing in an Ultra Ball because, like, to me, it seems pretty obvious that shiny Hisuian Voltorb is supposed to be based off of an Ultra Ball because obviously the regular shiny Voltorb looks like a Great Ball. We got shiny Foongus and Amoonguss that look like an Ultra or a Master Ball. The next logical thing would be an Ultra Ball, which is a grayish black color. And obviously the Ultra Ball has the yellow H on it, but obviously they can't do that for a shiny, so it's just going to be... Like, my prediction for the shiny was either black or yellow, and they chose the black route, which made sense to me, so... We had to catch this in an Ultra Ball. I gotta go check to see this thing out. We gotta go back to the camp. I didn't screen record it, unfortunately, but... Let's check it out. Look at this. Now, I think it's already spoiling... Oh, maybe it's not. Okay, it's just not spoiling the nature, so that's good. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be... Impish nature. It is brave nature. I can't imagine that's good. It's literally lowered speed and up attack. I think this thing's more specially offensive and it's supposed to be fast. So that's probably one of the worst natures we could get for it, but that's okay. We're going to chuck this guy on the team. I'm thinking to get rid of Luxray. Luxray is like one of my strongest Pokemon, and I mean, obviously this isn't the most ideal Pokemon to put on my team, but we have a grass and an electric type, and I just really wanted to get this thing shiny, but like, I gotta have Gardevoir. I'm thinking Rhydon would be cool. I can evolve this Rhydon, but I actually have an Alpha Rhyperior that's level 74. We just gotta get a higher research before we can swap. Maybe we swap out Rhydon for now. Rhydon is useful because he's strong, but we have Rhyperior already. We just need to be able to high enough research level. Whatever, man. Let's send this thing out. Oh, he's looking at Professor Laventon. Or she. Is this... Wait, this thing doesn't have a gender, does it? It does not. So we're just going to say he. Even though it's an it. Look at him! Oh my gosh. I think I'm not going to evolve this. It's going to be tough to decide. Electrode's going to be good, but I just love the way Hisuian Voltorb looks, man. Like, look at this guy. He's so goofy looking. And then Electrode is a little underwhelming, if I'm going to be honest, its design. And I am thinking, though, because this will technically go in for the Kanto Shiny Living Dex as a different form for Voltorb. It's not going to add to my Kanto Shiny Living Dex counter because I'm going full, like, straight Dex entries, Dex number Pokemon, like, all Kanto variants. So this one's not going to count for that, but it's going to go into the form differences. So if I want to catch another one, I think I'm going to try to grind out the Dex to get the 1 in 1024 shiny chance, because I feel like that'd be kind of fun to do, is to grind out the Dex. Also, this was full odds. I didn't prove it, but let's see. I don't think we'll have the... Oh, well, we can check now, because our research doesn't update until we talk to Professor Laventon. So yeah, we have 0. So I believe this is going to put us at 9. So it won't even, like, it still wouldn't even be full odds even after this. But I'm kind of thinking of grinding out all of these tasks to make it the 1 in 1024 chance and trying again for the full line, because I think it'd be cool. Plus, I think I'm going to keep this thing on my team as a Voltorb. As stupid as that sounds, I just kind of want to do it. But yeah, it's full odds, research level 0. I don't really mind the odds that you get. I personally wish they gave us more of a choice, like we could choose, like, I think my biggest issue is I think it's a little too easy to get the 1 in 2048 shiny odds, but I think the 1 in 1024 after grinding out the full, like, Dex page, I think that's so cool. So I wish it was kind of only like that, but I don't mind the odds. I just wanted my first ever shiny hunt in this game to be full odds. And we actually got Voltorb of all things, man. I thought for sure we would get an Electra or a Luxio because the Luxios are spawning a lot and we're double shiny odds. So I'm so happy I got this thing, man. I was like really confused because I was just watching a video. I don't even know how well you could hear the video in the background, but I was just watching a video. I saw the sparkles and I heard it, but it just didn't click with me because that's what it was. Like, it didn't click with me that that's what I heard. So, yeah, this Luxio is gonna try to attack us. Oh, and this one's back because we caught it. Let's make this thing break a box, man. My first shiny in Legends Arceus. It blows my mind I haven't gotten anything else, man. Like, I've seen a lot of Pokemon in this game. All right, let's send this thing out. Let's have it fight this box one. Hopefully this is not a Rotom. But there's our shiny one, and there's a regular Voltorb. And our Voltorb's gonna sparkle twice. Oh, and it's slow. Cool. Oh yeah, because of the nature. How silly of me. Wait, this thing already has mastered moves. Wait, is that because I've KO'd like 60 of these things? That's hilarious. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, it's gonna try to do this to me. Oh, we can fight though. All right, we should be able to take this one out. Strong style energy ball, let's go. I'm so glad I got this thing, man. So that's really exciting. I can finally continue playing through this game. Oh, hey. Buddy. Buddy. So there's a regular Voltorb and our shiny Voltorb. Let's report it. Look at that. My first shiny of this game. It only took me like 2.5 weeks for it. Like, I totally get it. I'm not doing the outbreak method, but like even then, I just got really unlucky with this. So, look at that. We have research level 9 for this guy. We just got so much for it. Yeah, I killed 66 of these things. That's so funny. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's my shiny Voltorb. He's goofy. He's fun. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring those notification bells, all that good stuff. Be sure to join the domination, and I will see you in the next video.